What's the word, family? It's your boy Jay Mathis and my boy E Staff here.
Happy to say this episode is sponsored by Dated Faded Warren.
When I tell you, this is a place to be, the shop that you need to be at for your favorite vintage clothes and local brands.
BMAC and the DFW team host a variety of events centered around culture and clothing.
So when you come to the shop, make sure you tell them at the front, Off the Rip 4 is the discount code, you get 15% off your next purchase. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, what it is, family, what it do? It's your boy Jay Mathis. It's my boy E Staff here for yet another episode of Take the Risk. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Follow the page. And also, share this with a friend. Let them see the video. Let them see the content. We appreciate y'all for tuning in with us. Man, E Staff, bro. 314 Day is coming up, dog. Great energy coming into the motherfucking holiday. It's really a national holiday, bro. But how you feeling, dog? Like, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, I'm geeked. I'm hyped. I'm turned. You know what I mean? I had to represent, man. Shout out my boy Earl Rashes, man. Had to throw the 314 Day hat on. Dog, what you call them? Really, 314 Day should be celebrated all month. But you know, it's a holiday. We're going to celebrate on 314. We're going to turn up. And me, I'm about to go back home to the city, so I'm even more geeked, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I'm finna go grab me some Chinese food, some emos. I'm gonna have my little vest.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Gotta have a vest.
It's about to turn up. Maybe even go grab me some White Castle. So
need that.
It's about to be one of them. So
need that.
I ain't really been able to go back to the crib since I moved to Dallas on the actual day. So like this year for me, I'm about to have a time.
Oh, I already know, bro. I'm fake jealous, bro, because I got to go to a wedding that weekend, so I'm sick. I'm going to be there in spirit, though. I'm going to be there in spirit for sure, bro. But no, like, it really feels good just being able to continue to embrace our city, bro.
No, for sure.
Like, we really carry that shit on our back. For real. Like, everywhere I go, I'm proud to tell everybody, like, yeah, I'm from the Loop. Like, so what?
Nah, I feel like with us and, like, living in Dallas, I feel like before people actually hit our city, they get a piece of like what St. Louis is. Like I feel like, I'm not trying to brag, I feel like we some real St. Louis niggas.
For sure.
So like before you even know anything about the city, we represent it real well, honestly. Like, and we deep out here in Dallas too. That's the good thing as well. Like I feel like everywhere you go in the city of Dallas is somebody from St. Louis everywhere. And that's how it is in every city too. Like what you calling, you gonna always run into a St. Louis nigga everywhere. You feel me? So I'm just excited to be from the city. I don't think nobody represented like us.
Yeah.
Like what they say, STL has to give you superpowers.
Oh yeah, definitely. I guess like my first question initially would have to be, bro, like, what do you feel like separates St. Louis from other cities?
Man, I feel like just from my come up, honestly, and this people I see around me, I think we more of like a gritty city in a way, where it's like we really had to get out the mud, you know what I mean, and really blue collar people that had to go work. Because I feel like St. Louis not on that, I would say that global scale of like a LA, a Miami, or like a Dallas and Houston. So St. Louis is known, don't get me wrong, but we one of the smallest major cities in the country. So for St. Louis, the opportunity sometimes is slim. So where like you move out here to Dallas, it's 1,000 million jobs everywhere you go. But like in St. Louis, you really gotta fight for yours. Like you gotta work, you know what I mean? Because if you don't, you're gonna be stuck. So it's really just getting out the mud and really just showing yourself what you made of to the world. And I feel like it's even, I feel like a better feeling when you do, you know what I mean, make it to whatever lane you're trying to get into. Because it's like so many obstacles you got to go through. I feel like as kids, I feel like we went to Hazelwood Central, so we got to kind of see the best of both worlds.
Shout out to the Hawks.
Man, for real. So you got to really grow up with, like, I would say, people that didn't have as much. And I feel like black kids that did have, you know what I mean, middle class black people. So it was really good to see where it's like, a whole bunch of different lifestyles around you. So it taught you, I think, about life early in ways where it's like, if you want to be something, you kind of really got to separate yourself. You know what I mean? Or you're going to be stuck in these crowds. So, because like for us, I feel like, I know you went to HBCU, but I went to like a PWI. I didn't really get to be around too many white folks until like going to college. So it's some kind of a culture shock. So just, I feel like coming from St. Louis and just having that tough mentality where it's like being able to adapt everywhere, I think helped me get through school. And even like being out here in Dallas where I feel like sometimes, especially in these corporate settings and these work settings, you're a minority. So it's like you really got to adapt, I feel like, in all aspects. So I'm thankful. I think that's one thing that just helped us a lot, being able to adapt everywhere we go coming from St. Louis. What about you though? What you think coming to the city creates in us?
Man, for me, bro, I feel like it creates a level of like this persona of resilience, bro. Like when I tell you, everybody that has came out of St. Louis or even still in St. Louis, like they all head down working extremely hard to get whatever it is that they desire. But I will say, like even in high school, bro, being at Central, like we had to grow up fast.
Yeah.
You know, because ultimately we were dealing with tragedies.
Come on.
Truly, bro. In high school, like folks had, you know, not only they loved ones dying, but we had folks from our school that passed away, bro. And those things were surreal experiences. I felt like it was a reality check too. And also, bro, it almost brought us together in a way. Because I think the thing about St. Louis is that it's a lot of genuine community. Like the city's so small, bro, but it's yet still huge. Yeah. And it's like everywhere you go, you gonna run into somebody you know. And I like that though. I think that's the beauty of the city. Like you always feel at home wherever you at. And a lot of people be depicting St. Louis to be like this super duper violent city, all because we may be at the top 10 of the murder, you know, capital cities or highest murder rate cities, but I just feel like we don't identify with that. Like when you go there, that's not what you really seeing. Granted, now when I tell folks, hey, stay off of Kings Highway and Lucas and Hunt after a certain time, you know, or don't be at the Marquee after a certain time. Yeah. It's that, but that goes for any other city. You know what I mean? So when people come out there, I'm just like, hey, like make sure y'all go get y'all some Chinamen. Like hit the emos, like hit the Arch, go see the Arch, go see the museum. You feel me? Like really go and go to those landmark spots, bro. But it's a lot of rich history in St. Louis and even East St. Louis that I've been learning. Like there's a lot of Louisiana like folks that moved there from different things and riots and stuff that was going on back in the day, bro. And seeing how people living in East St. Louis versus St. Louis is crazy. Because it's like these folks in East St. Louis, they have this Creole type of accent, like where they sound like they from Louisiana. But it's like, damn, like St. Louis is this big, and it's like we need to be more exposed though. Like you know, on a type of time where it comes to like going out and exploring. I feel like a lot of people don't take advantage of exploring enough outside of the loop because they be like, bro, they be stuck in a bubble, bro. But what about you? Like when it comes to that exposure piece, like what do you think the city needs to grow more than where it's at, bro?
Man, I think we spoke on this before, but like you really changed my mindset when we first started hanging out down here and just like being exposed to more people that's doing things. Like I feel like being better leaders and giving back to our communities, like you say, just it's like sometimes we're so stuck in that bubble and it starts young because I feel like kids aren't being exposed to bigger things where I know you say like take a trip or like go to a museum, things like that. Where it's like it's put in their face. So I think just as older people, we gotta be able to go back and reach back. And don't get me wrong, it's people who are in the city, but it has to be more and more of us, you know what I mean? From the athletic scene to the art scene. I didn't really know about all like the artistic viewpoints until like Earl really got big into the graphic design and stuff. When I came back from college and stuff, I'm like, man, St. Louis has a beautiful art scene that it's a lot of talent, a lot of creatives. Shout out Seal Brox. He's been on the podcast before, one of the best artists out the city. So it's like really people that's able to show and like I feel like put these kids on is more than just going to play ball, going to play football. Because like I feel like in St. Louis, our sports scene is like so big, where it's like everybody want to go hoop or play football. So I feel like it's more than just them two things. Like I feel like we gotta what you call them to answer your question, like really just give back. I think that's where the exposure part comes in, and going back and touching our neighborhoods. Cause I think sometimes we leave and we don't come back and like help the next man up. I think we gotta do way better than that. I feel like that's where it's like just being a mentor and being a leader is like who the next kid out of St. Louis that can really put on for the city and go show the world. Because I think that's one thing too. You see all these people that's in music and sports and art, like I was saying, and all these different types of brands. And then you see where these people are from. Like I didn't know the actor or whatever, one of the biggest actors out right now that play in Paradise. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. But he's straight from St. Louis, and I didn't know that.
He said it when he won the award. He like, shout out to St. Louis. I'm like, bro, it be love.
So it's like a lot of us that's really doing big things. Like we got Tatum, Bill, some of the best NBA players.
The entertainer, he Lavelle. Lavelle Crawford, comedian. Yep.
Like in the football scene too, I can't name names off the top of my head, but we got killers coming from everywhere, man.
For surely.
So we producing, I feel like talent. I think shout out Corey Frazier. I think he showed me St. Louis got the most pros in like all athletic fields, like combined in the like the world. So like we some place where it's like you want a St. Louis kid to be a part of something you got going on. Like that's one thing I heard a coach say. Either my JUCO or my D2 coach. Yeah. He was like, every school want to go get them a St. Louis kid. Like you need one, because it's like they fighters. You know what I mean?
We got so much heart, bro. Like so much heart at what we do, and it's such a passion for a lot of these kids that grew up with sports. You know, because I think too, like my family was the same way, bro. Like my family took sports serious. Like they was pulling up deep to the AAU games. You feel me? And the football games. And like that was just a lifestyle, you know? So I love the fact that St. Louis embraced sports as much as it did. You feel me? But like you said, there does need to be more light shined on those, you know, artistic related things, fashion, culture. And I think, you know, it's folks out here that's really giving a platform for that. Like my boy Dan with Overgrind, bro. He's throwing a lot of crazy events, you know what I mean, when it comes to boxing. Like I went to one of his boxing events, seeing the amateur boxers that's coming through, and I'm like, bro, they was hidden. And what really shocked me was it was the little girls that was hidden. Like, bro, they was really on it. I'm like, oh nah, this more entertaining than the grown men. And these little girls like 12, bro, 13. But you can see that love for what they do. You feel me? And they family around them and all the people supporting them, bro. And I always just love that genuine support coming from them. Bro.
And that's one thing, shout out B. Gilmore, like you said, genuine support. I feel like leaving the city sometimes. Because I feel like the what you call it, the atmosphere in like a gym or just like the environment of St. Louis, your whole city, because I feel like sometimes it's not as much to do or see, where your whole city about to come to the game. Like if it's any big game in the city, like a Chaminade CBC, everybody pulling up. So it's like, I remember him saying, like when you go to college and go pros and stuff like that, you're not going to know a lot of the people that rock with you or the fans or whatever. But when you in your city, I feel like we so like tied in, like everybody your cousin. Like when you speak on somebody in St. Louis, like, oh, I know him.
Literally.
You know what I mean? So it's always that feeling, and it's good when after the games or whatever, you can go dap your aunties and uncles and what you call them, go rock with your peoples over here. So what you call them, that's one thing I just miss, where it's like, after every game or whatever, you around this love, like you said, this real support. And I feel like this, as you get older and in college and stuff, and go to these other cities, you don't always get that. So like, I definitely feel like St. Louis, we do show a lot of love.
For
like
sure.
we come out. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, nah, we be popping out. And I also will say, like, bro, I think we need to have more folks of influence who have left to come back, bro, and like speak at these schools, bro, or like invest in a community. You feel me? Because it's like the needle not gonna move if somebody not pushing it, bro. And I think with St. Louis, where we do lack is that a lot of times, majority of St. Louis is waiting on somebody to come and do something.
For sure.
And then nine times out of 10, it be that person, but they be closed off. Like they don't be really trying to put out they work or they stuff, and then you just sitting there with this grand idea or these grand events, and it's like it's not going nowhere because you ain't believing in it for real. For real.
And that's why I'm happy, you know what I mean, further announcements going to be made in the future. But like we're going to do our first live show in June. Just definitely want to give back and just, you know what I mean, put our face out there. I feel like where we can bring the community together, because I don't feel like it's been enough like podcast events in the city. And I want to say too, I think we're going to have one of the biggest females in this generation, in this decade as well, Summer Hill. She doing her thing. I know she just went full entrepreneur. So like, I think she's going to be really the face of that female media space one day, coming straight out the loop. So it's good to see people that's homegrown, they're doing their thing, and that's young too. You know what I mean? Like so much time to really just keep getting bigger and bigger. So I feel like she's on track to be one of the biggest. I feel like us, we're young. I think we're gonna hit a lot of accolades down the line, and it's just the start. So I'm just seeing so much motivation, and I think this year itself has showed like we've been on the consistent, like that every month been booked up. And it's like what you call them, where you're seeing progression slowly and slowly. Even just how we talk, I'm just happy to see stuff flow so much simpler with everything. Like, just God has really been in the picture and just been guiding the whole progress. Like, without him, it wouldn't be none of this. You know what I mean? Because a lot of days I was like, man, screw it. I'm ready to call it quits. But just having that St. Louis, I'm going to get it done by any means necessary, this kept us going.
Yeah. Hey, so what do you feel like is misunderstood about St. Louis from like folks who ain't never lived in St. Louis?
Misunderstood? I feel like one thing I've been arguing a lot these last couple months, I feel like people be thinking like St. Louis not one of the best cities to get food.
Bro,
like,
facts.
What you call them? I feel like that's misunderstood. Like, it shouldn't even be up for question. Like, if I haven't even had like simple foods too, like chicken wings. Yeah. I feel like nobody in America, I don't even care. You know, ATL, we got an ATL, one of my ATL partners in here. Oh, man. They want to say, they be trying to say, what's the spot in ATL?
Talking about
American Deli. American Deli better than like a Miami Grill or St. Louis Fish and Chicken.
The wingettes be getting me.
What you call them? Like, we got some of the best chicken and food. Our Chinese food is better than China. Like, on my mama, coming out of St. Louis got better Chinese food than China. Like, on everything I love. And people say we delusional, but it will change your life. Pizza, we top 5 in pizza. Surely. Like, it's a lot of stuff. People be like, what you call them? Y'all ain't got all that down there. Like, yes, we do. We do, bro. I feel like, what else, Mathis? Is really the food. I want to say, like you say, I think sometimes, like, people be thinking St. Louis so grimy or whatever. Yeah, like,
I was just thinking that, like, aggressive. Like, they feel like we aggressive.
We are a little aggressive, because I know I be having my little aggressive moments for sure. Yeah. I feel like we just, I feel like St. Louis is kind of like straight up or whatever. Like,
we very straight up, bro. Like, we very blunt, and people can't take that, bro.
Like, I think St. Louis is real, like, straight up in a way, where it's just like, we don't really play with no bull crap. Like, you ain't finna bull crap us about nothing. Like, so we gonna let you know what it is right here. And
we be chill about it initially. We don't be trying to be on that. But it's
St. Louis, we real player now. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Facts,
we keep it cool. We don't do too much. Yeah. I feel like, what else, Mathis? Help me out. I'm trying to think.
I'm thinking, like, on the misunderstood tip, I think too is like, people always saying like, oh, y'all really don't got nobody coming out of St. Louis that's like really doing it or famous, or like, they be, what celebrities do y'all really got? I'm like, bro, come on now. Yeah,
like, and even the disrespect too, like, freaking Nelly, if people was waiting to drop albums, Nelly came out probably in what they say arguably the best time where music was being made, where you had Lil Wayne, 50 Cent, all them people from the East Coast, like freaking all killers, West Coast rappers and stuff like that, north and up north and down south, like, where music was like pure. Oh yeah. You feel me? Like, people were scared to release albums and stuff. Like, Nelly and St. Lunatics, I just seen I was just at the Nelly and what you call him?
Yeah, he came to y'all event.
What's the other dude name? Nelly and
you talking about?
Murphy Lee.
Freaking, yeah, Murph Dirty.
I just was at that concert. I'm like, bro, they so cold, bro. Like, the energy.
And it's like, you see the energy they bring into Dallas, bro. And you see how people be geeked about it.
They made a global franchise of St. Louis hats, Band-Aid, Air Force Ones. Like, Chicago really stole the G Fazos from St. Louis. Like,
honestly,
if we being real,
let's kill that debate now, bro.
St. Louis really, what you call them, put a lot of that stuff on the map. Like, everybody in the world, freaking for Halloween, people try to dress up as Nelly.
Yeah, facts. Like, no, literally.
Like, real talk. Bro. Like, it's a lot of, we got a lot of swag in a way. Where,
and I think too, like, the fitted is a staple now, bro. Come on. Like, it's almost.
I think it's the number one. I think right at what the New York hat. I think St. Louis like number 2 in best hats of all time.
And it's crazy because when I think about it, I'm like, bro, that the red fitted be an identifier. Yeah. Whenever you're not in the city, so it's like you see somebody with the hat, I'm instantly walking up to them like.
And you can wear it with any fit.
Any fit. It goes.
Like, for real, the red, that cardinal red go with everything. Facts. Like, you don't even, what you call, I only rock like 2 hats, and the STL hat really go with like anything you put on any color. Like, you can rock it. Like, I just whoa, like, St. Louis is getting me hyped. Like,
every time.
Shout out John Nichols. He said, what did he say? Oh, he said, I live and breathe St. Louis. What he say? He was like,
hey, no,
he's
literally.
like, everything I do in St. Louis.
Literally.
Like, every breath I take. Like, he had
Facts,
me weak
bro.
as hell. Like, that's
Facts.
real talk, though.
Yeah.
Like, everything I do, every conversation on a daily, like, I gotta let you know, man, I'm a St. Louis nigga at heart. I don't care about none of this other stuff.
Facts,
Like,
bro.
that's where I come from.
Literally, people say the accent country. No, it's not her word. They're like, nah, bro. It is what it is.
Yeah.
That's how we talk. You feel me?
Man.
There's a beauty in it. But like, last question, bro. It definitely have to be when you hear 314. Like, what comes to mind, bro? Like, what does that embody to you, bro?
314. If I want to be real, I think 314 is just like a group of people coming from a city where it's just like pure grind, pure grit. Like I said, get out the mud, where it's like everything we do is we're going to do it to our hardest. We're going to put our heart and soul into it. Like, I think growing up for me personally, where it's like this representing the 314, it just mean I had to carry myself in a different way where you gonna always respect where I come from.
Yeah,
like, I never want
real.
no bad grease on the city at all. Like, I just gotta carry myself, and I think it give you a different type of confidence knowing. I think when you do make it out, your whole city backing you. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
100%.
no matter where you go, like Tatum played for the Boston Celtics. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't like the Celtics, but we gonna back them 100%. So I just think like that, where it's just like, bro, I love where I'm come from. We not the biggest, we not the smallest, but we just the right size.
Yeah,
you know
bro,
what I mean?
facts, bro. When I think about 314, I just think about the genuine love, bro. Like, with everything that we do, like, it's always a love and a care for the people who we surrounded around, bro. For, like you said, getting out of the city and doing your own thing. It's so many people that's genuinely supporting you, genuinely wanting to see you win with this shit, bro. And even like for me as a DJ, like, I've had people say, hey, I came to the event because I seen your name. Like, I seen Lunatic 314. They like, oh, we got to pull up because he's from the Lou. And show love. You feel me? It came to multiple events. Or another lady like, bro, she literally told me, she's like, I've been out here in Dallas for like 10 years. I've been missing the St. Louis sound. And you bring that to Dallas. And it's very refreshing. I'm like, man, it feel good, bro. It feel good because we so unique that people can't help but to embrace us.
For sure.
Like, and when we around anybody outside of the Lou, they really be having fun with us, bro. They be like, damn, like, you cool as hell.
No, for real.
Like, for real. It's nothing weird, nothing thrown off about us. Like, we very humble to ourselves. Like you said, we won't play no games, though. You feel me? We'll get on that if need be. But we hella cool.
Yeah, we have a good time.
Yeah,
like,
facts.
St. Louis, everywhere, every city, out of town. And that's one thing I do, like, we come together no matter where we at.
No matter
like,
where, bro.
Y'all from out of town, we from out of town. Hey, come kick it with us over here. We got a section. Y'all good over here with us, man. Put them up a shot. You know what I mean? So that's one thing I do love, because, like, in Dallas, I feel like all our St. Louis people, we sit together.
Yes, bro.
If something going on, we all rocking out, going into it. So that's one thing I just what you call love about our city, man. We tied in for life, man.
Thanks, bro.
Mathis, man. To end it off, you said that was the last question. Anything else you want to touch on, brother?
Man, it's just a lot of love for the Lou, bro. I really appreciate the foundation that it has allowed, you know, for me to cultivate within myself and really helping me stay true to myself, bro. I feel like the Lou helps you embrace, you know, your individuality in a way, because when you get out in these different cities, like I've lived in Seattle, I've lived in Philly, you know, now in Dallas, like I never lose track of who I am and my roots, bro. Like, real talk, and being from the Lou, it feel good. Like, it genuinely feel good, bro. Like, I literally will walk and tell everybody, like, yeah, I'm from the Lou. You feel me? And whatever you got to say, not hearing it. Whatever hate, not hearing it. And on top of that, even when we be hooping, I'm talking mad shit on the court, because you gonna know where I'm from. You feel me? And you gonna know that we grind, we get with it. Like, when it's that time, when it's time to really get competitive too, we be very, like, foot on the gas, hard nose, grimy, getting to it, bro. But yeah, man, that's really what it is with me, bro. That's really what it is. It's always love for the Lou when it come to Lunatic.
Yeah. And I just want to say, too, we appreciate everybody from St. Louis backing us. That's where we started at. And that's what we always going to represent at the end of the day. You know what I mean? We wouldn't be right here doing what we do without St. Louis. And y'all done molded us, supported us, and just took 100%. Us to another level in all areas of our life. And we thankful, man. So we just want to say, appreciate y'all tapping in. Make sure y'all go like, comment, subscribe, and share, man. Man, what you call it? I'm thankful 314 Day. We gonna have a good time, man. We out.
We out.
My dog.
Yes, sir.